recent clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. It's the Utah Utes and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Trojans ready to kick it away first. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The Utes send out the punt unit. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Offense changing the play. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Strong, firm tackle.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first. Racing
what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle. It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Utes can really attack on this second and short. Here's a gift to Parker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Time to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll start this drive going to the air. He uncorks one deep. Makes a deep grab. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Gets it away off his back foot. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there. The linebacker covering serious ground. And the Trojans will punt this one away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. Just a little off. Incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. He wants to go deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then
snags it and he's open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll move the tight end. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Trojans. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You can tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
Out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Crosses to 35. At midfield, he's got room. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Here's the give off the left side. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Here's a heat. Finds a man in the middle. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense. Turning it on! That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete. But they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Makes the grab. It's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You've got to get him involved.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to throw again. What a grab with one hand. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. He'll take the deep shot. Upstairs, he's got it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The short hands, it's Bowman. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, USC. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Thomas back to pass. Gets open down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. And the Utes headed quickly to the line.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
The Utes getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Thomas looking to fire. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. And they get it down short of the first down marker.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for room. It's Jordan. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Cowboys sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They
might have a chance. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. And that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Thomas back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense finally gets home. They get their first sack of the day. This is a defense, they can pressure the quarterback. This is not normal. Last week they had 5 sacks, so you're used to this defense getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Going to the ground. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Thomas looking to fire. Makes the catch.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The run inside. It's Jordan. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25. But here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Are ready to begin this drive on offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Running inside, it's Parker. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Breaks the tackle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's another mistake for this young man. And it's one thing to have one or two and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. To the air, it's Dampier. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, Tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Keeps looking downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight.